In this video, traders, we're going to look at some more tips and tricks to make your life easier when using MT4. I'm going to hit the screens in a moment. Stay tuned. Hey traders, warm welcome to you. Alright, so before we hit the screens, these are some tips and tricks to make your life a little bit easier with MT4. Check out our channel sponsor. They are sponsoring this video. There's a link to them in the description below. Multi-regulated broker, and of course, quick account opening process. Get your account open and you can use MT4 and try out these tips and tricks for yourself. Let's hit the screens and let's check them out. Okay guys, so I'm in MT4 here. Account within MT4, you can use MT5 as well. Simple account opening process with these guys. Go and check them out, multi-regulated, link in the description below. So I've got 5 tips for you. Ways that you can just make your life a little bit easier when using MT4. Super popular platform, as we know. Great platform to use for trading pretty much any market. Predominantly Forex guys use it, but of course you can trade your gold from here, trade some US stocks from here, trade all the things that HYCM offer. So one of the things you really worth doing initially is to set one click to all items. So go to your tools menu up here, click options, and then in the objects tab here, you've got a few different options to select. If you select object by single mouse click, so make sure that's checked, what happens then is when you've drawn a line, rather than having to double click, which can be a little bit frustrating if you're missing it and trying to click on it, if you use MT4, you know that's sometimes the case. Single click means it just highlights it and you highlight it straight away. So that makes your life a little bit easier. It's not a big change, but it just helps out a little bit. All right, so the other thing we've got is, let's say you're drawing a trend line, for example. Let's draw this one here. Let's say you're drawing a trend line here. Okay, and let's say now, you want to edit the properties of that, say it's a little bit thin, a bit too thick, make it a little bit thinner, etc. But now you wanted to maybe replicate that one, and you wanted to redraw. Let's say you drew another. Okay, for example, you drew another, and let's say you changed then this one because you thought it was at the bottom of the trend, or it had some different style to it, and you wanted to replicate one or the other, but didn't want to repeat it because, of course, with MT4 it repeats what you've done on the last trend line or the last format. But let's say you wanted to replicate this one. So what you can do is you just click it to highlight it. It's already highlighted. Then click it to highlight it. Of course, you've got the single click on. It'll do that. Hit Control and then click it again. Now you can drag it and it has duplicated it. So you've got a duplicate of the one you just clicked. Same as if we did this one here. Click Control and now we can just drag it and duplicate it. And actually I've just dragged it. I actually moved the trend line there, but you get the idea. And you can just duplicate the one you want. So if you are using different kind of styles, different thicknesses, different colors, like I did here, then you just pick the one you want and just use that. Clicking it, hitting Control, hitting it again allows you to drag it where you want. So that's a handy little tip. The other thing, of course, is if you want to just delete stuff, you can just highlight it, hit backspace, and it is gone out of there. Okay, so another one, guys, is in your market watch. You have your market watch open here. This is your market watch here. You can view market watch on this side. You can right click on any of the assets. If you click show all, then HYCM will fill it with everything that's available that you can trade at the moment. So that's a good way of filling out and getting everything in there. And of course, if you go to sets, then you can just select your Forex pairs or whatever it may be. So that's a really good way of just literally going, right, okay, let's have everything in here and see what's going on. Okay, so the other way, so if you want to change your chart, so let's say you've got the chart up here and you want to bring up a new chart. So there's a couple of options for you. Number one is let's say we've got a GBP USD chart here, so I've got a charter cable up on an H1 time frame. If I want to bring up USD JPY, I can right click on this and open up a chart window. Now the only problem with that is it's going to open the default template that I've got. That's fine if I'm happy to do that, but let's say I've been meddling around with templates, and of course I can always go in and change the template back to the one I need via that. But let's say, for example, I just want to change the chart that's on here. Easy way of doing it, guys, is you can just scroll through, find the market that you want to trade. Let's say I want to trade this crude oil contract, drag it over, and literally just click and drag over, and there we go. It's just changed the chart on there. So if you had, let's imagine we had a couple of charts here. Let's open a few charts up, and then let's put them all in a tile. If you wanted to just change one or two, let's say you were looking at that on the daily and you wanted to say, actually, no, I want to see what USD CAD is doing. Again, just drag it over into the actual chart you want. And let's say, you know, wanted to get rid of oil and see what cable is doing in there. I could just drag it over there. So it's very easy to do once you've got everything loaded up into your market watch. Anyway, guys, those are a few tips for you. Just make life a little bit easier when navigating MT4. And yeah, go and check them out. Multi-regulated broker, loads of markets offered. And of course, you can use MT4, super popular platform, desktop, mobile version. You know the score with that. There's a few tips to help things run a little bit more smoothly with the platform. Take care, guys. Keep the risk manageable, whatever you're doing. And I shall see you in the next one. Bye-bye.